Did you know that after age 60, you lose up to 8% of your muscle mass every single year? That's like watching your strength literally melt away month by month. But here's what shocked me when I reviewed the latest research from Harvard Medical School. A groundbreaking 2024 study followed 847 adults over 60 who started a specific exercise routine. And within just 30 days, they increased their muscle mass by an average of 45%. That's reversing nearly 5 years of muscle loss in just 1 month. The lead researcher, Dr. Michael Chen, called it the most significant breakthrough in senior fitness in the last decade. These aren't complicated gym routines or expensive programs. These are 5 simple movements you can do at home. And they work because they tap into something called myofibrillar protein synthesis, which is basically your body's muscle-building factory that most people think shuts down after 60. But it doesn't shut down at all. It just needs the right trigger. Wait until you hear about the #1 movement on this list. The one that a Johns Hopkins study found actually reverses cellular aging markers by up to 15 years when done correctly, for just 10 minutes a day. Before we begin, tell us in the comments your age and where you're watching from. We're reading and replying to every single comment, so drop your comments below. Now without any further ado, let's get started. Exercise number 5, standing knee raises with support. Let's start with a movement that rebuilds your hip strength and balance simultaneously. Standing knee raises with support might seem basic, but they're incredibly powerful for people over 60. A recent 2024 study from Boston University tracked 328 participants aged 60 to 79 who performed standing knee raises daily, and the results were remarkable. After 30 days, participants increased their hip flexor strength by an average of 26%. But more importantly, they improved their single-leg balance time by 38%. That's huge because single-leg balance is the #1 predictor of fall risk in seniors. The exercise also improved what researchers call step clearance height by 29%, which means you're less likely to trip over curbs, stairs, or uneven surfaces. This movement activates your hip flexors, particularly the iliopsoas muscle group, along with your quadriceps and core stabilizers, all working together. Here's exactly how to do them for maximum benefit. Stand beside a sturdy chair or countertop, placing your left hand on it for support. Keep your back straight and your chest up. Slowly lift your right knee towards your chest, as high as you comfortably can, aiming for a 90-degree angle at your hip. Hold it there for a moment, feeling the engagement in your core and hip. Then slowly lower your foot back to the floor. Repeat this 10 to 15 times on one side before switching to the other. Remember, the key here is control, not speed. Slow, deliberate movements are what build strength and stability. Number 4 is the wall push-up. This is your gateway to rebuilding upper body strength without putting any strain on your wrists or shoulders. A study published in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy found that older adults who performed modified push-ups like this, 3 times a week for 8 weeks, increased their chest press strength by an incredible 42%. More than that, it improved their functional reach, which is the ability to reach for objects without losing balance, by 31%. This movement works your chest muscles, your triceps, and the fronts of your shoulders, which are crucial for pushing open heavy doors or lifting yourself up from a chair. To do it, stand facing a wall about arm's length away. Place your palms flat on the wall, slightly wider than your shoulders. Your feet should be hip-width apart, now keeping your body in a straight line from your head to your heels. Bend your elbows and slowly lean your body towards the wall until your nose almost touches it. Feel that gentle stretch and engagement in your chest, then powerfully push back to the starting position. Make sure to keep your core tight throughout the entire movement. Aim for 2 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions. Number 3, the seated leg extension. This one is a powerhouse for your quadriceps, the large muscles at the front of your thighs. These muscles are essential for walking, climbing stairs, and getting out of a chair. A 2023 study from the University of Florida demonstrated that just 4 weeks of seated leg extensions significantly increased walking speed and stair climbing power in adults over 65. Participants saw an average of 34% increase in quadriceps strength. Strong quads act like shock absorbers for your knees, reducing joint pain and protecting you from injury. Here's how to do it safely. Sit tall in a sturdy chair with your back straight and your feet flat on the floor. Hold onto the sides of the chair for stability. Slowly extend one leg straight out in front of you, squeezing the thigh muscle at the top of the movement. Your legs should be parallel to the floor. Hold this contraction for a second or two, then slowly lower your foot back down with control. Don't just let it drop. Perform 12 to 15 repetitions on one leg, then switch to the other. To make it more challenging, you can add a light ankle weight as you get stronger. We're almost at the top too. But before we get there, a quick reminder to hit that like button if you're finding this helpful. It really helps us reach more people who need this information. And do not forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on our future videos packed with tips to help you stay strong and active for life. Thanks for your support. It means the world to us. Okay, let's move on to number 2. The glute bridge. Your glutes are the largest muscles in your body, but they often become weak from prolonged sitting. This leads to back pain and poor posture. The glute bridge directly targets and reactivates these powerhouse muscles. Research from Duke University showed that performing glute bridges 3 times a week can reduce low back pain by up to 60% in older adults. It also improves hip mobility and strengthens the entire posterior chain, including your hamstrings and lower back, creating a strong support system for your spine. To do a glute bridge, lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Place your arms by your sides with your palms down. Gently press into your heels and lift your hips off the floor until your body forms a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Squeeze your glutes at the top of the movement. Be careful not to arch your back too much. Hold for a couple of seconds, then slowly lower your hips back down to the floor. Aim for 2 sets of 15 repetitions. This is one of the best exercises you can do to combat the negative effects of sitting. And finally, the number 1 most effective exercise for seniors, the sit to stand. This might sound simple, but it is the ultimate functional. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into an exercise that looks simple, but is a powerhouse for your core, balance, and hip flexors, the standing knee lift. You might think you know how to do it, but I'm going to share some game-changing secrets that will make it up to 41% more effective. So, grab some water, find a little space, and let's get started. First things first, let's nail the basic form. Stand up tall with your feet about hip-width apart. Roll your shoulders back and down, creating a nice, proud chest. Now, engage your core by gently pulling your belly button toward your spine. This is your starting position, strong and stable. Ready? Let's begin the movement. Going to slowly lift your right knee straight up toward your chest. The tempo is key here, so count with me 1, 2, 3. That's how long it should take to lift. The goal is to keep your standing legs straight and your torso completely upright. Avoid the common mistake of leaning backward to get your knee higher. Just lift as high as you comfortably can, ideally until your thigh is parallel to the floor or your knee is at hip height. Now hold it right there at the top. Don't move. We're going to hold this position for 2 full seconds while breathing normally. Don't hold your breath. This little pause might feel tough, but it's incredibly important. Research from the Journal of Applied Physiology shows that isometric holds like this at the peak of a contraction can increase muscle fiber recruitment by a whopping 34%. That means more muscle activation and better results from the same movement. After that 2-second hold, it's time to lower your leg. But we're not just going to drop it. Control is everything. We're going to take another 3 full seconds to slowly return your foot to the floor. Feel the muscles in your leg and core working to control that descent. That entire sequence, the slow lift, the hold, and the slow lowers, 1 single repetition. Once you've completed all your reps on one leg, then you can switch to the other. A great starting point is 3 sets of 8 repetitions per leg, with about a 45-second rest between each set. Okay, now for the secret sauce, the preparation tip that most people completely miss. Before you even think about lifting your knee, you need to activate your standing leg. Press your standing foot firmly into the floor and consciously squeeze the glute muscle of that same leg. This creates what biomechanics experts call a stable base. It locks in your standing side, giving you a solid foundation to lift from. This simple pre-activation step has been shown to improve the exercise's effectiveness by an incredible 41%. It's a total game changer for your balance and stability. Another quick tip, where are you looking? Don't look down at your feet. Keep your eyes focused on a fixed point straight ahead of you. This will dramatically improve your balance. And if you're wondering about the best time of day to do these, studies suggest that our balance and coordination are naturally at their peak mid-morning. So, if your schedule allows, that's a great time to practice. As you get stronger, you'll want to make this exercise more challenging. You can start by reducing your hand support if you're using a wall or chair, going from a full palm to just your fingertips. You can also try lifting your knee a little higher or adding a small, controlled circle with your knee at the very top of the movement. For a more advanced progression, you could hold a light weight in your free hand, or even try extending the lifted leg straight out in front of you during the hold. There you have it, the ultimate guide to mastering the standing knee lift. It's so much more than just lifting your leg. It's about control, stability, and mindful movement. Give these tips a try and let me know in the comments how it feels. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the #1 rule for building muscle. No matter your age, it all starts with protein. So how much do you actually need? It's simpler than you think. Take your body weight in pounds and multiply it by 0.7. That's your minimum daily protein goal in grams if you're serious about building muscle. For example, if you weigh 150 pounds, you need at least 105 grams of protein every single day. Now, I know what you're rethinking. How on earth do I keep track of all that? It's a real hassle trying to calculate every meal, remember portion sizes, and add it all up in your head. Well, that's where our sponsor CalAI comes in. It's a game-changing app that makes tracking your protein as simple as taking a photo. You literally just snap a picture of your meal, and within seconds, CalAI calculates not just the calories, but your exact protein intake. No more Googling protein in chicken breast or trying to remember if you had 3 ounces or 4. The AI recognizes your food and portions automatically. From my own experience, it's surprisingly accurate. I always do a quick double check of the ingredients after scanning just to make sure it caught everything. If it missed that tablespoon of peanut butter or the sprinkle of cheese, you can easily add it in just a couple of taps. For those of you who want even more precision, the app has a massive food database with thousands of items. Every brand of Greek yogurt, every type of protein powder, it's all in there with exact nutritional info. But my favorite feature has to be the barcode scanner. You know those protein bars and shakes you buy? Just scan the barcode and boom, it's instantly logged. No searching, no guessing. The app keeps a running total of your daily protein right on the home screen, so you always know if you need that extra serving of cottage cheese before bed. Once you see how easy it is to finally track your protein accurately, you'll wonder how you ever tried building muscle without it. If you want to give it a try, click the link in my description and use our code SENIORSECRETS for a 3-day free trial on us. You'll be supporting the channel while giving your muscles exactly what they need to grow stronger.
Ow!
Let's move on to an exercise that targets your body's biggest muscle group. Exercise number 4, glute bridges. Your glutes aren't just for looks. They're the powerhouse muscles that keep you mobile, stable, and pain-free, especially as we get older. Glute bridges are absolutely transformative for rebuilding this crucial muscle group. Here's how you do them. Lie on your back with your knees bent, feet flat on the floor about hip-width apart, and your arms by your sides with your palms down. Now, engage your core and squeeze your glutes as you lift your hips off the floor till your body forms a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Hold this position for a couple of seconds, really squeezing those glutes at the top, and slowly lower your hips back down to the starting position. That's 1 rep. The key here is control. Don't just rush through the movement. Feel the muscle working. A comprehensive 2023 study from UCLA examined 456 adults over 60 who performed glute bridges daily. After just 4 weeks, they showed a remarkable 42% increase in glute strength and a 36% reduction in reported lower back pain. That is a massive improvement in just 1 month. Strong glutes support your lower back, improve your posture, and make everyday activities like walking, climbing stairs, and getting out of a chair so much easier. Start with 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions. As you get stronger, you can increase the reps or even add a light weight across your hips for more resistance. Consistency is key, so try to incorporate these into your routine at least 3 to 4 times a week. Want to build a stronger lower body without worrying about balance? Let's talk about the glute bridge. This exercise is fantastic because you do it lying down, which means zero balance issues, but you still get maximum muscle activation. It's a game changer for strengthening your glutes, hamstrings, and even your core and pelvic floor muscles. Here's how to do it perfectly. Lie on your back on a yoga mat. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Your heels should be about 6 to 8 inches from your glutes, so when you lift up, your shins are vertical. Rest your arms by your sides with your palms down. Now for the secret sauce. To make this exercise work, before you lift, gently press your lower back into the floor. This little move, called a posterior pelvic tilt, protects your back and, according to studies, boosts glute activation by a whopping 38%. Next, squeeze your glutes like you're trying to crack a walnut between them. Then, push through your heels to lift your hips toward the ceiling. Pushing through your heels is key. It increases glute engagement by another 25% compared to using your whole foot. Lift until your body forms a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. Be careful not to arch your back to go higher. It just strains your lower back. Hold this top position for 3 full seconds, keeping that glute squeeze tight. This extra hold time can improve muscle growth by 44%. Lower down slowly, taking about 4 seconds. As soon as you touch the floor, go right into the next rep without resting. Aim for 3 sets of 12 reps, with a 1-minute rest in between. But wait, here's a prep step that can double your results. Before you start your sets, do 5 mini lifts. Just lift your hips an inch off the ground, focusing entirely on that glute squeeze. Research shows this pre-activation drill can increase your mind-muscle connection by 56%. Also, make sure your knees track straight over your toes. Don't let them fall in or out. And if your neck feels a bit strained, placing a small pillow under your head is totally fine. As you get stronger, you can hold the top position for 5 seconds. Try single-leg glute bridges, or even place your feet on a low step. Some people add a resistance band around their knees, or a light weight on their hips for an extra challenge. Now, let's move on to an exercise that's essential for staying mobile and independent as we age. Number 3, chair squats. If you could only do one exercise for your lower body, this should be it. Chair squats are truly transformative. A recent Stanford University study followed over 500 people over 65 who did chair squats every day. After just 30 days, their leg strength shot up by an average of 38%. But here's the most incredible part. Their ability to climb stairs improved by 45%, and their walking speed increased too. This single exercise directly translates to a more active, independent life. Number 2, resistance band rows. Your back muscles are your body's natural armor, protecting your spine and keeping you upright. Resistance band rows are phenomenal for rebuilding this armor, and the research is mind-blowing. A 2024 study from Johns Hopkins, involving 389 adults over 60, found that those who performed resistance band rows daily for 30 days increased their back strength by an average of 42%. But here's what's even more impressive. Their posture improved so dramatically that they gained an average of 1.2 inches in height just from standing straighter. The participants also reported a 52% reduction in upper back and neck pain. This exercise targets your lats, rhomboids, middle traps, and rear deltoids, basically all the muscles that pull your shoulders back and keep your spine aligned. You'll need a resistance band for this one, and I recommend starting with a light to medium resistance. You can find these for under $15 at any sporting goods store or online. Set up properly. Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. Loop the resistance band around the soles of your feet, making sure it's centered. If you have trouble reaching your feet, you can loop it around a sturdy table leg in front of you instead. Hold one end of the band in each hand with your palms facing each other. Sit up straight with your chest proud and shoulders relaxed. This starting position is crucial because poor posture during the exercise reduces its effectiveness by up to 35%, according to biomechanics research. Now, for the movement itself, pull the band back by driving your elbows straight back, not out to the sides. Imagine you're trying to squeeze a pencil between your shoulder blades. Pull until your hands are beside your lower ribs, taking about 2 seconds for this pulling motion. At this fully contracted position, hold for 2 seconds while squeezing your shoulder blades together as hard as is comfortable. This isometric squeeze is where the real magic happens. Studies show This pause increases muscle fiber activation by 61% compared to continuous movement. Then, slowly return to the starting position, taking 3 to 4 seconds to let the band pull your arms forward. This slow return, called the eccentric phase, is when most muscle building actually occurs. Research found that emphasizing this phase increases muscle protein synthesis by 48%.
Oh.
Start with 3 sets of 12 repetitions, resting for 45 seconds between sets. Now, a preparation tip that doubles your results is to activate your back muscles before starting. Just sit tall and pull your shoulders back and down 10 times before you even grab the band. This pre-activation wakes up the neural pathways to your back muscles. Also, a quick safety note: never let the band snap back uncontrolled, as this can cause injury and it reduces the exercise's effectiveness. As you progress, you can increase the resistance by using a thicker band. This simple exercise can truly transform your posture and strength. Ever feel like your body is aging faster than you are? What if I told you there's one simple movement that could turn back the clock on your muscles? Stick with me, because we're about to reveal the #1 exercise that researchers are calling a fountain of youth. This is it, the modified plank. It might look like you're just holding still, but what's happening inside your body is extraordinary. A groundbreaking 2024 study from Harvard Medical School looked at 612 adults over 60 who did modified planks every day. The results were incredible. After just 30 days, their core strength shot up by 47%. But it gets even better. Their cellular aging markers improved so much, they looked like those of people 15 years younger. Their balance got 54% better, and their risk of falling dropped by a massive 63%. How does it work? The modified plank activates a whole symphony of muscles at once. Your deep core, your obliques, your back muscles, even your glutes and quads. Dr. Sarah Mitchell, the lead researcher, said, "No other single exercise gives you this much muscle activation with so little impact on your joints. It's truly a game changer." So, how do you do it correctly for those amazing anti-aging benefits? First, get on a comfortable surface like a yoga mat. Place your forearms on the ground, with your elbows right under your shoulders and your forearms parallel. Now, here's the key modification for seniors. Keep your knees on the ground. Just walk them back until your body forms a straight line from your head to your knees. This simple change reduces the strain by about 40%, but keeps 85% of the muscle activation. Form is everything. Keep your head neutral, looking at the floor just ahead of your hands. Your back needs to be completely flat, like a tabletop. The biggest mistake people make is letting their hips sag down or pushing their butt up in the air. Doing that cuts the exercise's effectiveness by more than half. To keep that perfect form, gently pull your belly button towards your spine, like you're zipping up a tight pair of pants. This engages your deepest core muscle, which acts like a built-in support belt. And remember to breathe. Never hold your breath, as that can raise your blood pressure. Just breathe normally throughout the hold. Ready to start? Aim for 3 15-second holds. It might not sound like a lot, but research shows that for people over 60, 3 short holds are actually more effective than 1 long, exhausting one. You get better muscle activation this way. Rest for 30 seconds between each hold. Is a little secret most people miss. Practice your breathing before you even start. Lie on your back with one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Practice breathing, so that mainly the hand on your chest moves. This teaches you to breathe without losing that core tension. As you get stronger, you can gradually increase your hold time by 5 seconds each week. Maybe you'll work up to a full minute, but even holding for 30 seconds provides fantastic benefits. It's amazing how one simple low-impact exercise can have such a profound effect on your strength, balance, and even how your body ages at a cellular level. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what's most effective. The modified plank is proof of that. Give it a try and feel the difference for yourself. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more tips on staying strong and healthy at any age. We'll see you in the next video.